Well, I'm excited to be introducing our next presenter who specializes in family medicine and practices at La Clinica Wellness Center. He holds a Doctor of Nursing practice degree from the University of Portland and a biochemistry degree with a minor in Spanish. He enjoys working with an underserved population and helping people focus on modifiable lifestyle factors before in place of medicine. Please help me bring to the stage my longtime good friend and colleague, Dr. Matt Hogge. You got your own fan club. I love it. Good to see you, man.
Thanks, man.
Let me give you a clicker there, and it's all yours.
All right, so I am really excited to be with all of you here today to share my number one actionable step that each one of you guys can take to help improve the quality of your life and improve the quality of the lives of those around you. But before we get started, what I want absolutely everybody to do is turn to the person next to you, give them a great big smile, and welcome them to the Longevity Summit. Say to them, "It is a pleasure to be sitting next to you today." Excellent. So first, just a little bit about me. I am an incorrigible optimist. I can find the positive side of almost any situation. Whether it's sitting on the side of a freezing cold mountain in the middle of a snowstorm, I will find the positive side of that. And I think that's one of the main reasons that when Dr. Gala and I met about 15 years ago back in college, we immediately became really good friends. And after knowing each other for just a few short months, we decided to move in together. We got our first apartment. And when we were shopping for artwork for our apartment, we didn't have a whole lot of money, but we found this sign. No whining and no salmonella. And those were our house rules. Now, at that time, we were both fervid connoisseurs of now unmentionable college cuisine. And we would not allow any sort of salmonella to breed amongst our midst. We always cooked our poultry to at least 165 degrees. The other house rule, you had to be positive. We did not allow anybody with a bad attitude who was whining to stay in our house. And we kicked more than one person out. If they didn't agree, they were referred to the sign, and if they didn't abide by it, they got to leave. Now, fast forward about 15 years, a wife, multiple children, and I still abide by these rules. And so does my daughter, and my son will probably soon as well. But as a nurse practitioner, I work with people to try and help them achieve their life goals. Whatever their health goals might be, I help them to identify them, and I help them to figure out how I might be able to best help them to accomplish them. I teach cooking classes and nutrition classes. I teach exercise classes. But unfortunately, not everything that I want to teach, people want to learn or want to listen to. Many people would rather gobble down multiple medications than eat kale or any other types of vegetables. So I've really had to come to grips with the fact that not everybody really wants to change. So looking at my patient population, I really kind of distilled these people down into my own two groups. And these are the groups that I came up with. On one hand, you have the people who always have a cloud over their head. These people are always whining. Nothing is ever their fault. And it's really, really difficult to try and convince them to make changes. I have termed these patients the Eeyorites, after the famous Winnie the Pooh character. Now, the other group of patients that I have the pleasure of working with are the incorrigible optimists. These people are positive. These people are motivated. These people really, really want to make changes. And after the beloved Richard Simmons, I've named them the Simeonites. So when I walk into an exam room and I'm faced with a person with that negative attitude, nothing is ever their fault. They can never seem to lose that 15, 20 pounds, and they have excuses for absolutely everything. I know that for them, making changes is going to be extremely difficult. And it's going to be difficult for me as well to help them on that journey. But on the other hand, when I walk into the room and that person is ready to make changes, they're really motivated, it really inspires me. And there's a couple of you out there today, and I thank you for coming because you make my job really, really enjoyable. So I started thinking, what is it? What are the differences between these people? What makes them tick? And I decided to do my own bit of research. So I consulted the #1 scholar out there today, Google. And Googling Eeyorites and Simians gave me 0 results. So what I did, I turned to some real research. And this is what I found. Did everybody know that smiles are contagious? Did you guys know that? Try it right now. Yeah. Researchers at Penn State University found that smiles breed positivity, and they legitimately are contagious. Smiling not only makes people appear more comfortable, more competent, but also more likable. Did you know that having a positive attitude can actually help you live longer? That's what researchers at the Mayo Clinic found after a 30-year-long study of looking at a number of different variables. They found that those people that were optimistic actually outlived their expected lifespan because of that one variable. And lastly, researchers at Harvard did a 75-year-long study on a group of males that examined pretty much every medical, psychological, and psychosocial variable that you could possibly imagine on this group of people. And on their terminal publication, not long ago, researchers came to some really interesting conclusions. And there was 3 of them that they came out with. And I know that you all have pens and paper ready, and I want you to write these down. #1, alcohol kills. #2, moms matter. Thank you for coming, Mom. I love you. And #3, happiness is love. And happiness was really distilled into relationships and meaningful relationships, and really taking the time to foster and nurture those important relationships in your life. Now, I want each and every one of you to look at these 2 characters on the board up here. And I want you to think about which one of these people that you resonate with. And I want you to, over the next 2 days while you're here listening to a number of speakers over a number of different things, think about what it is that you might be able to do in your life to help make changes. Now, I came up with my 117 points that I could give you guys about how to become positive and how to make big changes. But I really want to leave you with just one. And this one key actionable step that I want you to take, you all have with you right now. You have with you wherever you go. And you can share it with absolutely anybody you want to. I'd like everybody to practice right now and smile. Thank you.